Well, happening today, the trial has begun for Jose Ibarra, the man accused of murdering Laken Riley, a nursing student whose body was found on the University of Georgia campus. Riley's death in February became a rallying cry for some political candidates after it was revealed that Ibarra entered the country illegally. Now, during the state's opening statement, prosecutors used the Garmin device that Laken Riley had on her to pinpoint her location, the time that she was killed, and even her heartbeat. They also showed video surveillance that they say shows Ibarra disposing of evidence. The state says that the medical examiner found that Riley had complex depressed skull fractures and 8 other lacerations in her head, as well as abrasions to the face.
He went hunting for females on the University of Georgia's campus. And in his hunt, he encountered 22-year-old Laken Riley on her morning jog. And when Laken Riley refused to be his rape victim, he bashed her skull in with a rock repeatedly. That is what this case is all about.
Now, attorneys say that some of the evidence is tragic and disturbing. They also say that the evidence paints a very good picture that Laken Riley was indeed murdered. Now, Ibarra's defense said today in opening statements that the evidence suggests that Jose Ibarra killed anyone is circumstantial.